Do full screen. You guys see my screen?
We do.
Awesome. All
It's
right. Is
Power
everybody in?
Hour.
Is everybody in here?
They're still coming in.
Okay. I'll wait just a minute and then we'll get started with our Epic Life video.
Power Hour. We're up to 191 right now.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and just play it.
All right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Epic Life. All right, so my first question for you is, what is your favorite benefit that we have at Epic?
My favorite benefit, I'm going to tell you that it's going to be the healthcare. I have a skin condition, right? It's not contagious. But it's very important that I have my meds, right? And Epic has been able to provide that for me, especially when I went so long without them, and I kept getting flare-ups, and it was so annoying because of the stress. Like, how do you manage all of that? So when I got connected to my medicines, I was like, oh my God, I'm home. How can they provide all of that for free? Because those meds they're not cheap. And part of why I never went into pursuing something for myself and a business side was knowing that that was going to be hard for me to cover by myself.
And now it's covered?
Yes, now I get it for free. All I got to do is call them or, fill my prescription, and I'm never without my prescription now. So,
oh my God. I love it. Our benefits have literally, it's my favorite part of this whole Epic Life thing is hearing how some of our benefits truly do change lives. Like, they're not just for our business,
right.
You don't have a great business if you don't have a great health. Like,
Exactly.
It's so important. Your health is your wealth. We just did an episode on Financial Freedom Friday on that. It's so true. Your health is your wealth.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, because my flare-ups get pretty bad. Sometimes I don't leave my house because of the flare-ups being like on my eyelids and stuff like that. So they make me feel very uncomfortable when people look at me. But being able to have my meds, like, it clears it up right away, and I can just go back into being myself. And
I used to give you a hug and say, I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's something I haven't shared because it's just very personal. But that is my favorite benefit because now I don't have to pay for it, and Epic covers that for me, and that's just amazing.
That's amazing.
Wow, Dawn, Erica, that was a powerful story.
I know. And I'm so brave of her to share that. So many of the stories that I have done have really pulled out, emotions and so much personal information from the agents, but that's what we're doing. Like, that's where we hit home and we help agents with all of these things. So I'm so proud of Erica for sharing that, because we all have personal things and issues that we've gone through in real estate. And to be able to have the tools and our benefit package, like, it's always the health benefits, like, that's the most personal one. And so yay for Erica for sharing her story with everyone, and yay for Epic for providing that help for her.
Absolutely. And welcome to all of you guys who are joining. It is the official Wednesday Power Hour Power Call. I'm Allison Barnett. I'm the Georgia broker and a high frequency coach. My co-host, Dawn Loding, who is the Jane of all things Epic, quite honestly, and also an abundance and strategy coach. And so, we're going to keep it high vibe today and start off with some birthdays and anniversaries, because we always want to celebrate those. That's a lot of birthdays. Happy birthday to half of Epic. All right, and now anniversaries. Happy anniversary to all of you guys out there. Remember, if you are celebrating an epic anniversary and you're a solo agent, you have a declining cap, which is pretty cool. And the fact that you are here in this ever-growing, ever-changing company every year with us is amazing because we have some really great partners. All right, so we have a lot to share today with you. But we're going to start off with our affinity network. We have some amazing groups and people and networks at Epic. And so we want to highlight a few of them that go under the affinity network title. And we're going to start off with Candace Mitchell from the Black Excellence Network.
Woohoo!
No, we're going to start off with Mary Baguette.
Mary.
Oh, start off with Mary now. Okay, so Mary.
Do that to me, Allison.
Okay. Always be prepared.
Uh-oh, Mary, you're muted, girl. I just asked you to. There you go.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been
Mary,
trying to
Mary.
unmute. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love the videos. I was dancing for the birthdays. And did you see all those 2-year anniversaries, epic versaries? Holy, I love it. I love it. All right, guys. So I could go on forever, but you know, anytime I'm in our power hour, I always wear my epic hat, but I'm wearing pink for today because this is a special day where I get to share something really close to my heart, which is Power Girls. So thank you so much for having me and Epic for supporting us as just strongly and so widely as you do. Our affinity groups here at Epic are so important, not only for just our company, but for growth within and support within. So Power Girls, so dear to my heart. I founded it in 2016 as a safe place. We're not a place where we're going to ask for money for training and things like that. This is so very different than anything that's out there. It's really a space for women in real estate to come together and support one another on a high level. This is not about digging in pockets. This is about digging in hearts, right? So we do quite a bit since almost, gosh, it'll be July, will be 10 years, y'all. And I am so proud of the women that are a part of this group and a part of growing this and really have dove in to having that support for themselves, right? So it's a community, it's a national community of women in real estate built on connection, mentorship, education, and most all support and sisterhood. So Power Girls, we do monthly events via Zoom as well as local and in person. On Wednesday, the second Wednesday of every month, we do a wind down Wednesday where we get in and we just grow together and we talk and we just have the best time. And then the Power Girls Power Hour is education. That's the third Wednesday of every month. And our Dawn Loding, our education director for Power Girls, and who has been with me since almost day one. She is one of the backbones and biggest hearts that I could ever have, part of Power Girls. She brings in powerful women speakers monthly to talk to us I think one of my favorite was a doctor, a female doctor. Man, we berated her. I loved it. Hormones. But anyway, where are we? We're everywhere. So we're on all socials. But I want you to go to powergirlsinrealestate.com and register. Everything is hubbed there. I'm in the process of moving it from one to another where it'll be a little bit easier for you guys to navigate, but please go in there and register. And it will give you everywhere where you need to go to get to our socials. We're also in the cloud, so please make sure you join us in the cloud. I think you have to friend me first, or Dawn, or somebody that's in that group to be able to see it, to join it. But please, I just encourage every female in this room and not in this room that's in real estate to please join us. Again, it's powergirlsinrealestate.com as well as on the cloud. And I love you guys, and we're here to just support you and be that safe space for you to be a part of. So thank you. I could go on and on about Power Girls because I love it, but I want to introduce to you our next affinity group that is just, I love it. I love all of these groups. So Ayanna Jones, she is our chair for the Military Network.
Thank you so much, Mary. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning for some. My name again is Ayanna Jones, and I'm honored to be speaking on behalf of Epic Realty's Military Network. Brandon Bennett is actually our chairperson, and unfortunately, he could not be here. He had a prior engagement today. But I'm proud to step in. A little bit about me. I'm a very proud United States Marine Corps veteran. I served very briefly, got injured. Whole nother story. We'll talk about that some other time. But this network is something very special to me. It's very personal to me. The Military Network exists to support, connect, and empower those who serve, have served, and that are just allies to support the military. I'm excited to share that we are currently rebranding. So be on the lookout for new logos, new brand kits coming soon. This refresh will really reflect what we're headed to in the future. We are also rolling out our both virtual and in-person events, which we'll be launching very shortly. These events are designed to educate, connect, and create real opportunities, whether you're brand new to real estate if you're brand new to real estate, or you're just looking to grow your business or looking to serve military clientele. One accomplishment that we're very, very proud of right now is that the Military Network has sponsored a veteran to attend real estate school. That individual is currently enrolled, and we couldn't be more excited about that. And we look forward to participating and helping them throughout this journey. Looking ahead, over the next 60 days, you'll see increased state engagement, monthly trainings. In addition, we'll be hosting weekly open office hours focused specifically on how to grow your VA clientele and conduct VA business. These sessions are designed to be practical, accessible, and immediately useful. So you'll get something out of it immediately. I want to be very clear about one thing. You do not have to be a veteran to attend or participate in the Military Network. If you support military families, want to better serve VA buyers and sellers, please link up with us and learn all you can. If you're interested in learning more, please connect with us on the cloud. I'll put the link in the chat right now. Again, you can reach out to me or Brandon, and we will be more than happy to assist you. I look forward to working with you and building. Next, we have Candace representing the Black Network.
So it's my turn for real now. Hey, friends. So as some of you may know, and some of you may not, about 90 days ago, we rebirthed our Black Excellence Network. And that is BLAQUE, branded just like Epic. we've done a lot in the last 90 days that we're really, really proud of. There's a lot more to come, some spoilers that I don't want to give away quite yet. But just a couple of things that we've done so far. For community outreach, for example, we raised over $5,000 this holiday season to support families nationwide with that needed food assistance throughout the holidays. We have supported families that were recovering from Hurricane Melissa relief efforts in Jamaica. Our network has been a place where agents from every background, not just Black agents, right? Agents who know what it's like to come from a little bit of nothing and make that into an empire, right? Agents who know what it's like to be in corporate spaces and not be heard and not be seen, and be able to come over here to Epic and finally have that platform and have a voice and have a family and know that you have a place where your opinion matters and what you say matters and what you do matter and you matter, right? So we've come together and we've done amazing things and we're building amazing things. And we would invite all of you to come hang out with us. We are a good time, if nothing else, right? Anybody who has been to any of our meetings, anybody who's hung out with us knows that we have a good time. So I am going to drop in the chat for you guys a couple of links. One is going to be to our network's little membership guide. It will give you guys more information about us, what we have going on, how to join the network, how to get involved in our different initiatives, if you're interested in leadership, our referral network that we have that we're building, we're very proud of. So all of that will be in the guide for you. And then also, if you are free tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, so that is 5 Pacific, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, we are having our general membership meeting tonight. It is every third Wednesday of the month, whatever day this is, right? And I will drop that link in the chat as well. So come hang out. It's very kickback, chill, laid back, environment. We'll play some games, have some fun. It's always a few prizes. But yeah, come hang out with us. And so last, but absolutely certainly not least, my new real estate bestie, Hilda Garza, on behalf of Epic Latino.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you all so much for having this space open for us and the opportunity to share what we're doing behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. So thank you all for joining us. I'm going to talk a little bit about our Epic en Español committee and also about our Epic Latino network. As y'all know, one of them is a benefit and the other one is the actual network where we actually come together and collaborate and we help each other. So let's talk about a little bit on the Epic en Español committee. We have new chairs, and this new year we presented our co-chairs, and I will name those as Mr. Cesar Tobar as a chair for Epic en Español, Mr. Anthony Garza, Mr. Ernesto Umana as our co-chair, Lilia Vega as our co-chair, and Tony Rodriguez as our co-chair. Thank you all for being part of our Epic en Español leadership and for taking the call on the mission. We have committee roles and we have those open. The last day for that is today. We have received applications for those roles, and those roles are directors and contributors. And I'm going to read them real quick. We have a subcommittee of education and training, referral network, marketing, events and community outreach, and translation development team. This last one is the most important one because of course a lot of things need to be translated. So I encourage y'all to join us on the mission. Our vision is, and our goal is to have everything that we have available here at Epic in Spanish, not only for our agents but also for our consumers. The more that we collaborate and we have more hands-on, the faster that we're going to be able to develop all the things that we want to develop throughout the year. So join us in the mission. We're going to drop the in the chat the application, so that if you coming from a servant's heart and you want to join us, please do so and fill out the application today, as it is the last day. Also, Epic Latino Web Network, we are relaunching the whole thing again, and we are actually going to have a celebration at shareholders on March 3rd, as we come together and collaborate in person, not only on Zoom. So we will have more details on that as we get closer. So I'm hoping that if you're at a shareholders, that you join us for that event. Epic Latino is, like I mentioned, it is the actual network. This is where we come together to share our wins, our troubles, for support, for collaboration. This is our group to come together, and it's open to everyone. We welcome everyone. You don't have to speak Spanish only. You don't have to be Hispanic or Latino. We love and we embrace everyone that is willing to join us. The other thing that I wanted to share also, that we have our swag store now open for our benefit, Epic en Español, and also for the Epic Latino Network. So we'll drop that link in the chat. It's mitiendita.enespanol.io. Mitiendita, it's my little shop. So I thought it was proper for our shop. Again, thank you all so much for your support throughout the year 2025, and as we continue to grow and follow our mission. Thanks to our founders. We could not do this without them. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Hilda, Candace, Ayana, Mary. We are so fortunate at Epic to have all of this and more. And so the Affinity Network, just get involved in 2026, because there's so much out there. And so now let's kick it up a notch. I mentioned that I'm a high frequency coach, and a lot of you guys know that I do the woo, which is really just high level spirituality. I know I freak some people out. But Dawn talks abundance. And so we are hitting the end of January, which is typically when those New Year's resolutions are kicked out the window. And a lot of people are already starting to feel the 2026 burnout. So I want to get everybody focused in a little bit on really honing in on your intentions for the year, because this is a year where we could really accelerate. Epic's growing and thriving. We've heard that some of the affinity groups are changing and rebranding. This is your time to really step in with purpose. So, Dawn, did you set intentions for the year or goals?
I do, but in kind of a different way. I do my year all year long. So it's not like I definitely don't have New Year's resolutions at all. I typically choose a word for the year that sets the theme for everything I'm working on and everything I'm doing. And as far as goals and all of that, like, I work from my abundance plan. If you have ever been to my abundance challenge, I do that every month, and I can give you more information on that. But I'm all about aligning, figuring out what it is that you align with for your lead generation funnels and your branding. And those are the things that you go and you work on. And so many agents, and I used to be one of them, I just would walk through the halls of my old broker and be like, man, what are they doing on the other side of those doors? They have do not disturb, and they're doing lead generation. But what does that look like, and how do people really do that? And what is, it's different for all of us. And so I'm really about just documenting what your plan is, figuring out what's going to work for you, making sure you're aligned with it. Because if anyone told me I needed to go knock on doors, I would tell them to kick dirt. Like, I'm not going to do that. But there are certain things I do, I'm sure, that other people don't want to do. So you got to figure out where you are, what's missing, and what you need to implement. And you need to just track that. And that's it. It's so simple, but it's also so hard. So yeah, but my word for the year, Allison, is ignite.
Ooh, I love that. I love that.
It is, because I don't want to dim my light anymore. I don't want to let anyone else, determine where I'm going to go. And so all of the things I've done, I just lit the match, lit it on fire, and I'm taking off. And so I'm about to launch my podcast, Agents of Abundance. And I have a lot going on. So I that's how I do my intentions and my planning.
I love that, because every single one of us do it differently. And I think that a lot of people just make a list and then they it's like a pass fail. And so I am unconventional, and I like to go a little wide in my intentions. And so for me, I'm all about purpose and what fills your heart. Get out of your head and what truly fills your heart. And so when you're at a place like Epic, where you have all the tools at your disposal and all the things, and there's literally Epic Essentials training you every day, and there's different coaches training you, you could get so in your head that you almost have analysis paralysis. And so I tend to kick it all out, and I'm like, let's clear my plate as much as possible and really only put in my bag what I want to take forward with me. Now, I will tell everybody, I'm a CRM flunky. I am the queen of showing that success can be messy, but I feel like that's my purpose in the world, is to show that there's just no one way to be successful. And so I like to say, if you're going shopping and your bags are full and your hands are full, but then you happen to go by that one store that you love, you are too full to go shopping for what you really wanted. So unless you're willing to let go of some things, you're not going to be able to receive what you really desire. So for me, what I do at the end of a year, and really every day, is take a look and say, what's aligning for me? Just like you mentioned, what's working? What is the return on investment? Am I wasting time here? Like every time I go to a training, and I will buy into anybody's sales pitch. I really will. And so I go to some of these trainings and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm going to get my notebook and my calendar, and I'm going to set it up, and then I'm going to do this funnel, and I'm going to do a CRM. And then 2 days later, I'm like, Allison, what were you thinking? You have no capability to do any of this. And so I have to then go, okay, Allison, let's set that to the side. It's not going to work for me. Talking to people works for me. So I'm going to make a plan to talk to more people. And I literally go through as if I'm sorting out my refrigerator for trash day. This works, I'm keeping that. This works, I'm keeping that. And I go through, and then I focus in, but now I'm available. Now we've gotten rid of half the junk filling up our head and our lives and our calendars. And we've made space for what really excites us. And excitement is a high frequency. Love is a high frequency. So if you love doing something that excites you, you are more likely to have higher levels of success. And so as we go through, Josh even mentioned it one time that people are like, well, I don't need to come to Epic. I mean, I don't need all of that stuff. It's not about all the stuff. It's about that one or two things, or those one or two people who light you up that can get you to that next level. And so as you're moving forward, when you're thinking about goal setting, I really want everybody to focus in on if it's a pass fail. I am the queen of chocolate. I love chocolate, and I'm always going to have hips because I love chocolate. So I have to accept that I'm always going to have hips. So if I say I want to lose 15 pounds and I only lose 12 pounds, I didn't meet my goal. It's a pass fail. And that can be a negative versus an intention of I'm going to be in my best health at all times is a positive. So I'm really careful on when people come to me, whether it's for coaching or they're like, hey, these are my goals. I'm like, well, let's take your goal and amplify it by 10. You want to make 6 figures this year? Great. Now let's up it to $500,000. We don't want your goal to be that reachable, that easy. We want it to be so big that every step you take is the celebration. And when you are celebrating those steps, those 10 pounds lost versus the 15, you're getting somewhere every single day. So as we hit the end of January, and people are starting to get frazzled, how do you hone them in? Dawn? Because you're really good at saying, okay, here's this big picture and it's messy. Let's kind of pull it together. What's your tip?
I have what I call an abundance plan, aka a business plan. And it's a Google Doc that's a living document that I open up, and it reminds me of where I started and what my goals are. And that's what I share. And I share that with anyone. So anyone who wants it can have it. But by reconnecting with that vision, first you have to have your vision of where you want to be. You want to sell 24 transactions this year. What are the activities you're going to do to make it happen? Or, however you're thinking. But I like to think in abundance. So, but it all starts with mindset, Allison. Like I feel like I can't say anymore without talking about this, because so many agents, I feel, get stuck in the overwhelm, stuck in the negative mindset. And so I have this thing that I do all the time, daily, and I call it living above the line. And that is a line, it's just an imaginary line that I have in my head where I assess where I am at any given time. Am I in a space of above the line, which is where I can create? That is where the solutions come to me. It's abundance, it's joy, it's happiness, it's love, it's all of those things. That's living above the line. Below the line is the negativity, the fear, the just thinking that all of those negative, I don't even know what the words are anymore because I can't think of them. And I try not to spend much time down there, but the scarcity, the fight or flight, the paycheck to paycheck, like all of these things are living below the line. And you have to do the activities to get your mindset back up above the line, because that's where you go. You create your branding, you create your lead generation funnels, you do the work that needs to be done so that money can flow in. Money's not going to flow in if you're living down there in scarcity and fight or flight mode. You got to get yourself and your thoughts above the line. And that's, we as real estate agents have such a gift to be able to create these lead generation funnels and our branding and our marketing and all of that. But so often I feel like we get stuck down below the line and we can't create anything. So your success depends on your ability to go create the pieces that are going to attract the right people to your business.
I love that it's the two of us talking about this, because you're speaking about it in strategy. So you're like, get out of your head, really focus it on your abundance plan. And then you've got me, and I do Woo Wednesdays, first Wednesday of every month, where I'm like, who needs a plan? Why do we need a plan? Let's just go. And so a lot of what I train in, and there's no right or wrong here. It is all what works for you. And a lot of my coaching comes because you're doing all the right things. How many out there, give me a heart, if you were doing all the right things and you're still not exactly where you want to go? You're not at that level you want to be at. Exactly. And so I come in and I'm like, okay, we can be doing all the right things and it just doesn't matter, because we have, like Dawn mentioned, those little pieces of fear, or that little thing where we feel like we're supposed to be doing it. I actually went to a brokerage years ago, and I dress in hoodies and yoga pants. So do my clients. And I would walk in and they'd just be like, what are you doing here? Like, you don't fit in. Why are you here? And I'm like, you're not buying from me. I didn't fit their mold, but I was successful. So you don't have to have a mold. You can have a plan, or you can just throw it all at the wall, but you have to decide. You have to make that decision that you are successful and that you are going to claim your success. And so if you are deciding to follow a plan, follow the plan. If you're deciding that you are here for it all, be here for it all, the good, the bad, the ugly, until you get where you want to go. But that decision has to happen. And I like to say, like, as if it's the 1700s and you're putting a stake in the ground, claiming your place in the world. That's how much of a decision you want to have. And I will never forget, in 2020, it was COVID. The world was wonky. People were worried about money. My husband's business literally shut down. And I was like, okay, I am going to make this work. And we are going to have our biggest year ever in 2020. No ifs, ands, or buts. Universe, get on board. Let's go. And it happened. But the decision was there, and there was nothing. Everybody could tell me I was crazy. And I was like, best year yet. It's going to be there. Just like Josh. Epic ain't going to make it. That's crazy. You can't do all those benefits. It's impossible. Nope. It's impossible for you, but it's not impossible for me. So that decision is where I hone in. And then it's your belief system. Just like Dawn mentioned, your mindset is going to help you thrive or tank you, one or the other. And so when you dive in and you believe in yourself, you have that ability to move forward.
Whether, you know what, Allison, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are correct.
Right. Absolutely. One of my favorite sayings. And so you have to believe unapologetically in yourself to get where you want to go. That's how the strategies work. That's how the lack of strategies work. It's because of that belief system first. So as you're moving forward, we are hitting that point again. End of January is when people are looking at their goals and going, what did I do? What did I commit to? I had a great conversation with our Georgia state leader, our amazing Renee. And we were talking about goals, and she mentioned a number, and I'm like, you need to like up that. That's way too low. That's too easily achievable for you. And that's what it is. We stay in our comfort zone a little bit too much, and it doesn't allow room for that expansion. So if you had one thing that you could say to somebody who's tired, it's the end of January, they're tired, they know that they want this to be their biggest year, and it's just time to hone in. What's the one piece of advice you would have for them? I know you're not a lot of advice to give.
Have no doubt. Like, just believe like without any doubt whatsoever that what you're going to do, you're going to do it. Unwavering faith in the outcome that you want.
Mine is get out of your own way.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, get out of your own way. We're saying the same thing in two totally different ways. And I'm going to give all of you guys a little tip, and it's going to sound a little bit wonky, but everybody who does it gets more business. So if you're doing it, I want you to reach out to me when you actually receive exactly what you're asking for. Gratefulness. We are all very grateful people. But when I tell you, there's an agent in Ohio, I don't know if she's on here, Maria. She did a grateful list the exact way I said to, and she wound up getting a realty.com lead, which was free. $600,000 buyer closing in, actually wound up being $700,000 buyer, closed in 2 weeks. You don't have to pay Epic a referral fee. And it was because she put on her grateful list that she wanted to close another home that month. And so here's what I do. It's going to sound a little weird, but just do it. Get out a sheet of paper, and I want you to be so grateful that you can fill out an entire notebook, sheet of paper. I am so grateful for my iced tea, because you guys who know me know that that's juice to me and it keeps me going. I am so grateful to be a part of Epic. I am so grateful that I have hot water for showers. I am so grateful that my refrigerator is full. But every fourth or fifth line I put in, I am so grateful that I just had another client fall into my lap. I'm so grateful that I just closed another home. And then I go right back to the things I already have. I'm so grateful that I have a loving husband. I'm so grateful that I have support. I'm so grateful that I live in this amazing country. I'm so grateful that I just had another client fall into my lap. Every fourth or fifth line, all the way down, I promise you, some of you are going to close more deals this year just by that little piece of paper.
And I want to add,
not require more work. It just requires more belief.
And I want to add something to it. So once you get your paper done and you're going about your day and you recognize your mindset being anywhere other than what's on that sheet of paper. So if you're talking negative self-talk to yourself, which is common, like we just do it naturally, it is natural human nature for us to think that way first. You have to retrain your mind to think in the positive way. Then but recognition is the first step to being able to change your mind and go, oh, wait, I can't be there. Like my year's not going to go the way I want it to go if I'm down here. If I'm thinking about this, where's my list? Like get her list and get back over above the line. So recognition, remember that, you guys, recognizing where you're at. So if there's someone on this call and they're thinking, this is like blah, 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 like you might want to stop and recognize where you are and do what you need to do to get your mindset into a good place. Your own headspace, not ours. It's not about us. It's about you and your headspace and where it's at.
Absolutely. And again, if you do it, I want to get a text or an email from you. I want to hear about your success stories because it's so fun to see how easy it can be for you to take off. And that's what we really want for you, is for 2026 to be your year of success, expansion, and make it absolutely epic. And so on that note, if you want my unconventional crazy coaching, it's Woo Wednesdays, first Wednesday of the month. Dawn has her abundance plan that she runs regularly every single month, and it is literally very strategic, smart, and with great mindset. But we also have some other cool things happening because Dawn and I talked about this topic till the end of time. So let's talk about the vibe that is happening the beginning of March called Shareholders. And that is when all of us get to be in a room together, hugging, loving, talking money. And every time we talk about money, more money comes in. So we love that. Shareholders, Houston, March 3rd through 5th at the Bayou Music Center. There are some group blocks for hotels. I have also checked out that like the Hyatt place is nearby and serves free breakfast in the morning for those of you guys who like waffles before you get started, like I do, because it's not a party without a waffle. But we have some really cool stuff happening. We have the Regional Midwest Power Summit next Thursday. So Detroit, Epic is in the house next Thursday. Let's go. And then Dawn, you had something you wanted to talk about with regard to the Agent Advisory Committee.
I do, and I'm going to put a link in the chat. So a couple of years ago, I'm about to approach my 3rd year anniversary at Epic. And one of the first things I joined was the AAC. It's the Agent Advisory Council. It is a place where we look for solutions. You can't grow a company this fast without having some hurdles. And so this is where a lot of top level high-minded agents get together and really try to bring up some solutions to take to the board. And it's a great group. And we are looking for new members that they're going to have, not hire, but nominate in March. So I'm going to put the link to everything in the chat, and we would love to have you apply if you have an interest in being a part of that solution-driven group. So I will do that right now. And
awesome. And on that note, thank you all for joining the Power Call. Every Wednesday at noon, there's not only information about Epic and what is happening at Epic, but it is also the vibe of all of these amazing souls in one call that usually will wind up with somewhere between 200 and 400. So any other announcements we have today before we call it a day?
What about Sylvia Dana? Can you share a little bit more about Epic Essentials with us?
Perfect. Yes. We may need to unmute her.
Yeah, we probably do.
Sylvia.
Okay, I just put the link. It kind of separated. Oh, Jess got it for me. Okay, sorry, I duplicated it there. So, all right, Sylvia, let's find her.
I don't see her.
Oh, she might have left. She did put a link in here a little bit ago. So Epic Essentials is our daily live agent to agent training where every week we have agents share everything. Now she's calling me, so I'll ignore her. Anyway, she put the link in there. We are looking for trainers. So if you have a special gift, we would love for you to apply to do one of the classes in Epic Essentials, because we love promoting our agents and having you share whatever your gift is to the world. So that is all in there. I see it right there. So yeah, love it. Anything else?
Here
Oh,
she
there she
is.
is. She's back on.
It's
She's like
magic.
telling me to let her in the room. Sylvia, are you? We see you.
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, I
Tried to
couldn't.
call you,
It
yell at
wasn't
you.
Sylvia. She was Epic Essentials.
Put it in the chat. Like,
Your
This is
Epic
why
Essentials.
names are important, Sylvia.
Hey,
well, I'm in as Epic Essentials for a reason. I thought. Anyway, I did put it in the chat, you guys, and Dawn did a good job explaining it. But I just want to make sure that you guys know next week is our Epic for All training. And I put it in the chat what we're doing several times, and it will be posted in the Epic Essentials group inside the agent portal later today. But long story short, Mondays, the marketing team is going to do all about all the different ways you can list a property using Epic benefits next week. And I think it'll be super cool. It'll be a nice like tech stack for how you can, a marketing stack rather, of how you can leverage Epic benefits to market a listing. And then the second day is Tech Tuesday, and we're doing your AI tech stack at Epic and all the different AI tools we have here and how you can leverage those to grow your business. And then Wednesday is going to be our lead gen tech stack at Epic Realty, all the different ways and free lead resources we have here at Epic. Thursday is going to be focusing on Elevate, which is powered by HouseAmp, but we're also going to be mentioning and reviewing Thanks.io and Epic Connect, which we've done on Epic Essentials previously, but still, we're going to be mentioning it, but Elevate will be highlighted. And then Friday is all the ways you can leverage Epic to gain more wealth at Financial Freedom Friday. That's led by Dawn and Robbie and Zach Cockfield. So anyway, it'll be great. So check out the Epic Essentials group for the information, but the way you're going to join is epicforall.com next week during our regular Epic Essentials classes, and this will be all updated in the calendar by the end of the day and in the Epic Essentials group. But I did want to mention before I go, today at Epic Essentials, at epicessentials.io, it's in the calendar, so go, if you need to see the schedule, go in there. I know some people don't know where the calendar is, but if you go epic.cloud/schedule, you'll be able to find all the training there. And today we're talking about click offers and really how to leverage that tool to get listings. And James and Ashley will be talking about that. Tomorrow we're doing Thanks.io with the our Touchpoint Thursday team. And then Friday, what's Friday, Dawn? Oh yeah, it's advanced commissions. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It's advanced commissions.
Yeah, this week.
So anyway, so that's this week. Thanks for letting me talk. Bye. The end.
And Mary's got her hand up.
She's muted. I'm asking you to unmute.
Yay. Okay. So this has been amazing. And if you guys want more of Allison, she's coming tonight to Power Girls.
Yay.
Yes, shatter the ceiling, y'all. So if you have enjoyed her, I know I have, and you should have enjoyed her. She will be with us tonight, Power Girls, 3 p.m. Central. I'll give you a shortcut, but I would love you to register, but it's powergirls.live. And that is our Zoom. But please register at powergirlsinrealestate.com. And I cannot wait to see you tonight, Allison.
It'll be fun. It'll be so much fun. And now, are Sam or Jay taking over for the attraction call? Do we know?
I believe I saw Sam. Here he is.